Good morning, friends. Ignore this messy living room. I was reading in John 6. I'm not going to make it through this without crying. I was reading John 6 this morning, and it's the whole section on Jesus saying, I'm the bread of life. And he goes back and forth, comparing the focus on the temporary of the disciples to Jesus and God's work in the eternal. I'm stressed out. I'm anxious. I'm worried. The events of the last week are scary. And it's really, really, really easy to focus on the temporary. And in doing so, to forget about the eternal. And I'm not saying be so heavenly minded that you're of no earthly good. My God, be involved. Be civic minded. Do your duty. Go vote. Protest. March. Do what it is that you need to do. But my God, don't forget that this is not it. This is not it for us. The story's not over, whatever happens. I am starting to fall back in love with Jesus again. I'm starting to fall back in love with Jesus again. I fell completely out of love with the church. And so me and Jesus have been socially distanced for a while. Because I'm no theologian. But I'm sick of the debating. I'm sick of the arguing. I'm sick of all the theological yang that goes on in the church and behind closed doors and on social media. It's exhausting. And it's not a good witness. But I can't get away from Jesus. I can't get away from Jesus. Every time I read his words in the book, I fall back in love with Jesus again. Oh my goodness. I don't know what kind of theology you have or what kind of church you grew up in or where you go or if you don't go anywhere. But I can tell you, Jesus is truly a friend that sticks closer than a brother, closer than a sister. I have been through hell and back in my life. And the one constant, the one voice that has never failed me, that has never left me, oh my goodness, is Jesus. I was laying in that hospital bed day 2 or 3 after a suicide attempt 8 years ago, laying in ICU, numb from the waist down. Jesus showed up. That inaudible voice showed up, and I felt this warm hand on my chest, as real as if your hand was on my chest right now. And I heard this voice say, I'm not finished with you yet. And I was finished with me. I was done. I fully intended to die, my friend. But Jesus had more to say. There was more to this story. And so I've been singing this little song all morning, and it's an oldie. But I just want to share it with you. If I can make it through. Falling in love with Jesus. Falling in love with Jesus, falling in love with Jesus was the best thing I've ever done. Falling in love with Jesus, falling in love with Jesus, was the best thing I've ever done. And in his arms I feel protected. In his arms, never disconnected. In his arms, I feel protected. There's no place I'd rather be than falling in love with Jesus. Oh yeah, falling in love with Jesus, and falling in love with Jesus was the best thing I've ever done. Was the best thing I've ever done. It's the best thing I've ever done. I'm not going to say anymore because all I'm going to do is cry. But I promise you, you trust in Jesus, follow his ways, his example, his words, you'll never go wrong. I love you, friends. See you soon.